Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today it's midweek magic and okay. And this one at first I felt like there's a bit of deja vu. Maybe we did not have the foundations added, but last time we actually had Final Fantasy. It was just some no foundations added, just Final Fantasy block. And the last time we went through this, we built the green white legends deck. It was pretty much centered around Serapharon and all that. But this time we're back again, and the addition of foundations pretty much means everyone knows all about the chocobo. So we are. I'm actually I saw another player playing this one, and I figured that this one was probably a very good answer to the meta. One key note here is that we actually have Gatekeeper of Malakir in the set, and I believe that this one might have been a Jumpstart edition, so not regular foundations. But otherwise, that one gives us additional removal. We are running quite a lot of removal while we're at it, though. So let's see, foundations. No, I think this is start. This might have been foundation starter deck. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Scryfall to load past white. Yeah, and don't see Gatekeeper of Malik here, so full art, borderless. Manifolds look quite nice. Fracture of Foils, extended art, reprints. Okay, if it's a reprint, it will fall under here, but it's not in this list here either, so it's something special. It's beginner box. Okay, let's see if it's here. No, not beginner box either. So starter collection. Okay, this is okay. Not here either. Oh wait, no, it is here. It's just under a different number setup. But yeah, it is in the starter box. Starter collection rather. So that's why most people are. So shout out to the guy who I ran up against who was playing this one. This one pretty much gave me inspiration for this. So pretty much most of our hard removal is gonna be 3 mana here. So we're gonna really be relying on a lot of sacrifice effects. Gatekeeper of Malik here, cornered by black mages. Moment of Craving and Stab for some early removal. And we have some copies of Blasphemous Edict as well. But for the most part, we are really just trying to take advantage of the Black Mage effect, which is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So it's about generating mages here, generating mages here, generating mages here. Well, technically wizards. We got some Phyrexian Arenas, single copy of Liliana. We could increase this one, but I kind of wanted to keep it at just 23. If I added more, I would have to go full 24. Also, a few copies of Sephiroth. So I did get some initial testing of this. Actually, minus the Sephiroth, I had a different card there. Then I realized, wait, I'm not exactly running that many. I'm not exactly running creatures. So that one went out. And pretty much you can start early stab, relatively reasonable Gatekeeper. Hard draw is a bit of an issue. That is why we are running the Circle of Power. We are also running a few of the rare lands as well. And we're generally seeing a lot of monocolored decks at this point. Mono green is definitely a solid one. Mono white's generated for a lot of life gain, so we're gonna see what our opponent drops here. That's an easy snipe. We have like a backup Moment of Craving, which does net us a bit of life, but I might just Gatekeeper of Malakir that instead. It's hard to say because there are some big drops that Moment of Craving will not kill, so we'll see if the Moment of Craving can get it. or if I just have, or if I just run this now so that we can Gatekeeper of Malakir the next one. We do have a Phyrexian Arena, but we also kind of want. Also, White cannot really complain. They are running they have the Hinterland Rabbit. That's also a starter deck thing. So they do have the Dazzling Angel. And Circle of Power just nets us cards here. But we're probably going to end up playing the Blasphemous Edict, so I'm just going to play the Phyrexian Arena first. Yeah, the disadvantage is that this as a creature, this gets outclassed really quickly. So we're just playing this to hopefully hit our land drop. So our Savior. We're definitely gonna want to hit that land drop now. We want to. We definitely want. Oh, and we have the backup Edict to go with it. So we could try to wait to see if our enemy unloads a bit. I could just play the Circle of Power, draw a few extra cards. Cat Collector. They could just play the land, crack this for a food grab, net the cat in the process. Oh, they're gonna pass on. And that's an interesting way to get around it, because if I play Gatekeeper, they just like they just make a cat sack it. I'm actually fine with that. And the reason is it encourages our opponent to dump even more effects. So oh wait, no, it's on your turn. So that doesn't quite do it. Oops. Opponent really needed to sack it right then and there. Yeah, there's a little bit of reading comprehension in that one. It's only on your turn, it's not each turn. You don't get to double dip. And now it looks like our opponent might be stuck. I'll play Black Mage's Rod first. Swing with Gatekeeper. I could play the Sephiroth just to draw a card. But I might wait on it a bit. Okay, opponent's going on Pride Mate. Do they have a life gain effect? No. Okay, so now we play Circle of Power. Drain their Pride Mate. Yeah, usually there is a dearth of combat tricks here, so we're able to get in this way. We get to gain some of our life back. So maybe we don't have to play Sephiroth after all. They might also have some board wipes, something to consider. Taking out the arena. Yeah, I would take out the arena too actually. And we can save all this other stuff now. I'm kinda tempted to just play this other one.
I do hope you make this battle exciting for me. Yours will be a fate worse than undeath.
Let's see, each opponent chooses a permanent type they control and sacrifices the rest. Yeah, our opponent really wanted to go really wide. There is a version of this that goes wide. It's generally just all cats. Firing Overseer. Draw a card, gain a life. Not bad. Atlas Veteran. Cool. So Yeah, and this time the life link is going to matter. And just that. Yeah, with enough of these, we can actually get through quite well. So opponent pretty much went all in the life gain, but wasn't able to get anything stick. Our biggest problematic matchup is going to be control, and there are several good control variants here. Generally blue black. Green landfall is also going to be a big question mark for us as well. We'll see if we can actually. We really need to be on the. We need to have the early removal. We need to be on the play. Kind of conditional on that part. So we do get Black Mage's Rod into removal, but unfortunately our opponent gets to go first. So we will just play out the Rod, because this looks like this might be a Saga build. Opponent probably should just play the land. Yep. Drop a creature with haste. Out with Scourge. Ooh. And this one's about to go, so we'll just block this one. No, or I could just no block. We do have to use overkill here because and the assumption is our opponent's going to drop another big hasty creature. Hopefully one, because it will line up perfectly with cornered. And yeah, it doesn't give it to others. Now we kind of want to hit one more mana so that we can. We want to hit one more mana so that we can Blasphemous Edict if we have to. No, there. Okay, we're going to stab. I could play another Black Mage's Rod, but I kind of want to play Sephiroth here. Snakeskin Veil, okay. Plan B. See if you have another Snakeskin Veil. Giant Cindermaw can't gain life. We're not exactly planting. Order of Nylea. Okay. So we really need the one more mana for the Blasphemous Edict, so what I could do is I could just play the Black Mage's Rod, trigger 2 more points of damage. So Blasphemous Edict's 3 more points. Let's see if they have a follow-up. No, they don't have a follow-up, and they figured that he probably would have more damage incoming. Yeah, we're pretty good at taking out I'm taking out decks that go 1:1. The Blasphemous Edicts are therefore the ones where you have to go wide. Massacre Worm is also an option for this. But more often than not, they are big enough also that we kind of. So we get to Rod on 2. If our opponent doesn't drop anything significant, we Rod on 3, then Circle of Power on 4. Oh, Dairat. So we go Gatekeeper of Malakir because Hero's Downfall would do the same. We do the same thing. Yeah, we are giving our opponent a treasure. And unfortunately, this is limited to wizards. So our opponent is playing the landfall deck. That's a quite a different flavor if they're running black as well. Ooh, okay, neat. So when the chosen creature leaves, so I have to assume they have a way to make it leave. So we're gonna have Xenos leave instead. Ooh, they also have some counter helps. Ariman, less so. There is an argument for playing the Black Mage's Rod instead of because some Circle of Power would give us lifelink. You know, in Rue. So I can do this. They'll because if I do this one, they could just sack the Tonberry. We'll just. They could also end up sacking this, but this only has first strike and death touch on his turn, so it's really aggressive in that sense. So now they have to decide which. Oh, they're letting that go. So exile top card of that player's library, then you may sacrifice another creature or. Okay, first they have to present the other creature or artifact. Oh, they're just gonna block it like that. What is it? Okay. You may exile it, return it transformed. So next turn we can play Black Mage's Rod, then Circle of Power again. So take a hit. Alternately, we can. So let's see what 7/7. So we're not getting past this one. Because this nets us. This hits us for 2, nets us 3, but draws us 2 more cards. And it gives us the cards right away, which is kind of the more important part. So we're trying to see if we're becoming too greedy with this setup. Yeah, I think this does it. I could Yeah, we don't get the life gain this way, but never mind. We get enough damage through. Yeah, I guess just Black Mages should be able to do it. Well, we are still vulnerable to sweepers. Between Pyroclasm, I'll need to check. I'll need to check. I believe Pyroclasm is in Foundations. Day of Rat is also definitely in Foundations. Let's do a Sandy check. No, wait, Pyroclasm is not in Foundations. I think it is, but Day of Judgment definitely is, and I believe Red can just use Fire Magic as their sweeper of choice instead here. Black has some aforementioned Blasphemous Edict. I believe they have a cheaper version of this. Or not. Yeah, I'm at this point already, so probably not. Midnight Snack would be interesting. Yeah, let's keep. I guess we can do one more game of this one, and then we can call this episode. Pretty much a quick episode for the most part. Yeah, I think our last opponent was just playing whatever they had, so not quite sure. Okay, so okay, first turn stab, and we got plenty of removal on turn 3 to get to that point. Okay, I guess we're hitting all our removal. And if our opponent is not doing anything, we can just always drop the Phyrexian Arena. They could have the Banishing Light for this. Oh, Pride Mate? Do they have a way to gain life? Okay, we hit our land drop. We're going to go cornered by Black Mages first. The sacrifice effects are nice in that you can't exactly protect your creatures. So our opponent have a kill. I think Elspeth's Smite, but probably shouldn't be running into that. Plus healer. Turn target not. Might as well snipe this. Okay, if we hit one more land, we don't hit the other land. So what we'll do is we'll go Black Mage's Rod. And Moment of Grieving. Pride Mate. They probably should follow it up with another creature. No, just a Blood Witch. So this is where I'm hoping for a cheap removal. Circle does not be okay. We whiff on the cheap removal part. I could try go. We can draw later. Opponent probably snipes the Blood Witch. So then our opponent has a 3/3 Pride Mate. So now this is the case of is our opponent able to go wide enough? Yeah. Kinda needed to start hitting our land drops there. Next turn, hoping hit the land so we can do cornered End Gatekeeper or cornered Hero's Downfall. Constantly getting back stuff is a bit of a problem here. Well, though if they get back the Pride Mate instead, not so much. They have a life effect. Moment of Triumph. It is cheap, and it is kind of why I do. We have to snipe the healer first. And I kind of want to play Gatekeeper first. So if we hit one more land, we can then do circle into corner. Also remember, we can still chump block with these guys. It's just that I have a turn that I envision with these guys, so that's why I'm trying not to do that. Opponent has their own Phyrexian Arena. Oh, you're gonna go back. So I could play this and hope to hit my other. and hope to hit one of my land drops. Or I could honestly just play it safe. Just play it. Now we have to also remember that this is a sorcery speed effect if I want to draw 2 cards. So probably gonna hold on to it because I can use the overkill. Because I can still just hold up overkill instead. The opponent finally hit their card draw. A Massacre Worm would be... Yep, only concedes at that point. So there we go. Just pretty much trying to control our way out of it. There are still admittedly quite a few possible weak points. We haven't hit a pure mono red deck. We haven't hit a pure traveling chocobo landfall deck. Mossborn Hydra is a bit of a pain. That's why we focus mostly on the destroy and the sacrifice effects. But you still have to be able to spread wide, or otherwise you're in trouble. Anyway, but for a quick format like this is probably fine for the most part. You should have most of the cards. The Gatekeeper of Malakir is pretty much one of those nice special finds that you don't expect to see. But hey, there we go. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again for that. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.